All right, friends. We have made it to our Theraband. This is going to be fairly quick, but I'm still going to be moving slowly, yeah? So I'm taking a Theraband. For me, this is a light one. And again, you can get a Theraband at any athletic store. But what I like to use the Theraband for at the beginning of my workouts is to make sure that I have a full range of motion through my ankle. Like right now, my ankle is moving pretty sensibly, which is a surprise to me because normally in the morning, it doesn't wanna move yet. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this Theraband right around the arch of the foot, the ball of the foot, and the toes. And I'm just going to think about flexion and extension, or pointing and flexing. So I'm inside of the flexion now. You can hold it on both sides, or if you start to get really fancy, you can have one hand and then just go from there. But you want to go slow. This is not an opportunity for you to start moving fast. So I'm gonna pull it towards my torso, and I'm going to lengthen my feet as much as I can, then come back. You don't have to think to yourself that you need to do a full point or full flex, just a sensible lengthen. So the metatarsal begins to warm up. I'm gonna make sure that my knee stays down, so I'm not doing this, right? I'm making sure that I stay as lengthened as humanly possible, and even just right now, I had to remind myself, stay nice and lengthened through that lower spine, yeah? Sitting up nice and tall, finding those sits bones. So now we begin the articulation of the foot. So I'm going to lengthen towards that point. Now I'm going to lengthen through those toes with my toes as lengthened as humanly possible, bringing the toes back towards me through the ball of the foot, through the arch of the foot. Now I'm in full flexion. I'm going to do that same thing again. I'm going to articulate through the full foot. Yeah, one more time here. And as I'm here, I'm just gonna go ahead and start rolling my head out. That coordination, honey, that coordination. Now I'm gonna do that exact same thing, but this time I'm going to allow the foot to turn in or to sickle. So I'm gonna turn my body just a little bit. So I'm gonna start with my toes back towards me. And now I'm going to veer towards my big toe, or the inside of my leg. And I'm going to go through the ball of the foot and then back. Also known as a sickle. Again, you can hold it with one hand, as you see that I'm doing now, and I can talk with my other hand. Or you can continue to hold with both in your hand. Now I'm going to articulate through the toes, keeping the toes as long as humanly possible. What do I see so much of when I am in class? People gripping their toes in their shoes. My golly, lengthen long through those little toes, friends. You are adding tension at the root of the beautifulness of your instrument, right? When you start noticing like trees outside, when the roots start coming out of the ground, you know they're not like staying rooted into that earth. Like our feet for us as dancers, as movers, as athletes is so important. And when we grip those toes, ooh wee, you are having your roots come out of the earth. So really keep those toes nice and long. All right, now we're going to go to a winged position, or working the outside of your foot. Same idea, warming up that articulation. Arch and ball of the foot. A little bit of heel here because you're going through the flexion and extension. Now I'm gonna go into that articulation. So I'm gonna try to keep my ankle winged or turning outwards. I'm gonna make sure that my abdominal wall is engaged, belly button is pulled in towards my spine, lifting up out of that lower back. Shoulders are over the hips, toes are still lengthening nice and long. As you can see, my big toe is starting to come out, and that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. We send it out. This is just the introduction. There are 1,000 ways you can play with your Theraband. But since this is just the introduction, let's just introduce ourselves to our body, yeah? We're starting with that same articulation. Other side. Through the arch, through the ball of the foot. The heel is going nice and long. Keeping that knee down. Spine is nice and long. Belly button is pulled in towards the spine. Shoulders are over the hips. No tension through that neck. Now I'm going to articulate through the full foot. Again, slow and steady runs the race. Let's do a little bit of lip trill here, yeah? Now I'm going to let it go into the sickle position. What's so wonderful about articulating through the foot like this is making sure that you know how to articulate through your foot. When I see dancers, actors, singers put on a character heel and they grip through their arch or they grip through the ball of their foot, I know that their shins and their calves and their knees are screaming at them. And it all starts with just understanding how to articulate through your foot, yeah? Finding those toes, finding the ball, finding the arch, finding the heel. Like even today, like I am a professional dancer. I'm still having to remind myself, that there is ease, flow, and connectivity through this sickled position. Yeah, let's turn that little friend out. Let's go towards the wing or the outside. Finding that metatarsal first. If you need to readjust your band, by all means, get into it. Keeping your leg nice and long. I can already feel a little bit of tension there on that quadricep. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shake as I'm finding that little metatarsal. Now I'm going to start to articulate through the toes because I can feel my ankle is ready to go for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and listen to my body. I hope that you're doing the exact same thing as well. Yes. Amazing. Gorgeous. Let that little Theraband go away. Give your ankles a nice little roll to one direction, then a little roll to the opposite direction. Little flexion, little extension. Maybe you still don't have Barbie feet. Guess what? That's okay. Okay? This is just to make contact with your body, yeah? Find that sickle for both feet. Articulating through those feet. Ow, yes. Maybe you go all the way turned out. Yeah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're already finding that internal, external rotation. Yes, friend. Yeah. I'll meet you back here on the mat. Let's get our body going, yeah?